Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Saiful Badrillah from IC 1105AB. Today we're going to present about the Waqf practice in Malaysia. So let's get started. For the introduction, Waqf is a major institution in the socio-economic structure of Islam apart from religious purpose such as building mosques. But people nowadays think that Waqf can only use for religious purpose. Waqfs actually have a great potential to be one of the main contributors to society's socio-economic growth, especially to the poverty area. And the aim for today's study is to explore more about the Waqf practice in Malaysia.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurin Munirah binti Shahrul Nizar. I am from IC 1105AB with my matrix number 2018 43 22 32. I am presenting on the concept and the history of Waqf. First of all, concept of Waqf. By ISRA 2016, Waqf is an unilateral contract to relinquish a right over property and allocate it for general enjoyment of the usufruct by the specified beneficiaries. While Aziz 2016, withhold one's property to eternally spend its revenue on fulfilling certain needs, depending on the choice and conditions made by the al-Waqif or the owner of the property. Next, I am going to proceed with the Islamic jurist opinion on Waqf. So firstly, Hanafi said it is a custody of a specific property from the ownership of the founder and dedicating its earnings to charitable purposes in the manner of loan. While Maliki, he agreed on both immovable and movable properties as a subject matter of Waqf, even if it was Waqf unput. Next, Shafi'i and Ahmad, a confinement of property and the pledge of its usufruct in perpetuity for the cause of Allah, and both agreed on validity of immovable and movable properties as subject matter of Waqf. 3.0 History of Waqf. So there are three types of history of Waqf. There are religious, charitable, and also harder companion. So first of all, it is a religious Waqf. The example of it was Quba Mosque, where Prophet Muhammad, upon him, constructed the mosque to mark his first arriving there. Next is charitable Waqf. Our Prophet built some scientific researches, education, and also has services, necessities. And there's a story of a charitable Waqf where there is a Jew named Mukhairik, where before he was killed in war, he wrote on his will that all of his 7 orchards will be distributed to our Prophet. And later on, Prophet utilized the land and give it to other people who really need of the land. And lastly, a companion where the Sayyidina Umar, he has some land in Khaybar, but he doesn't know what to do with the land. And later he asked some advice from Prophet, and Prophet advised him to either sell it or just give it to people. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Nur Adibah binti Azmi. Today, I'm going to present the types of Waqf. For your information, Waqf was divided into 2 types, which are family Waqf and charitable Waqf. Firstly, the family Waqf. According to the Fahana Muhammad Nohaimi, family Waqf or Waqf Ahli can define as the Waqf for the family members such as children, grandchildren, and other than that. This Waqf was determined by the giver to the recipient of the endowment for the good purpose. Next, the charitable Waqf. According to the Islamic market, they note that Waqf Khairi as a Waqf for the general good in order to fulfill the desire and necessity of the human, such as hospital, mosque, and graveyard. Waqf Khairi also was divided into 2 categories, which are the general Waqf and special Waqf. Firstly, the general Waqf. General Waqf can define as a person hands over his or her position for Waqf without giving any specific intention or purpose on how it will be used. For example, a rich man want to Waqf his land and he did not put any condition or rule on his land. The effect, general Waqf is occurs and the property can be used and managed in any way according to the Sharia compliant as long as the benefit of the property may be enjoyed by the consumers. Lastly, the special Waqf. Special Waqf is a property that given by the Waqf to be used for the specific purpose and function. For example, give the land for mosque or school. The effect many people can use it for the benefits. Thus, everyone can make a charity, even they are poor, as long as they have the intention to do so.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Nurhaziqah and I'm going to present about endowment property. What is endowment property? Endowment property is any assets or property that we can endow or waqf as long as the property is aligned with Sharia requirements. There are two types of endowment property, which are real property and personal property. Let me explain about real property. Real property is as the meaning as the common property that we use by the Muslim. The second one is a personal property, which means any assets other than the real estate. In Malaysia, there are a lot of waqf property that can be used by the Muslims. However, there are still real property that stands at abandoned area or have no registration under the legal authorities. For example, the Deputy President of Pahang Islamic Religious and Malay Custom Council said there are 70% of waqf land has been developed into schools, mosques and homes for Islam. However, the remaining 30% is still have no projects and the land located as the land is located in the place that need a proper plan and actions to be taken. So the authorities need to overcome this problem by taking action. For the first category of personal property is tangible property, which means any asset that can be touched or seen, as example furniture, vehicles, and clothing. This can be endowment property as long as the property is useful for Muslims. The second one is intangible property. Intangible property is a property that we cannot touch and see. For the first example is financial instruments such as share. This situation can be seen when a person buy a share and they will get a certificate to prove that they have purchased the share. Share will be managed by the specific religious institutions to be used in any charitable purpose. Next, with the intellectual property. Intellectual property such as trademark and domain names, the owner has rights to grant license to avoid any person from using their property. So these two categories of personal property, which are intangible and tangible property, still can be used by Muslim as long as the property is useful and has values in it. That's all for me. Thank you.
For the role of Waqf institution, we can assume that Waqf institution in Malaysia has been exist for about 800 years. And from the legal point of view, the administration of Muslim property in Malaysia is regulated by Section 25 of the Civil Law Act 1956. Moving on to Yayasan Waqf Malaysia Institution. So Yayasan Waqf Malaysia was formally set up under Trustee Act 1952 on 2008, and those are the vision and the mission of Yayasan Waqf Malaysia. Any roles of Yayasan Waqf Malaysia. So the first one is raise Waqf funds. Yayasan Waqf Malaysia has implements project to replenish the trust fund foundation to be used by the Muslim as their economic resources. And for example, is Clinic Waqf Nur, which provide the lowest fee for a treatment. So the second role is to implement welfare and social programs. They plan activities that are beneficial to the Muslim for the good of life in this world and in the hereafter. Third role is running an investment program. Yayasan Waqf Malaysia invests in the Yayasan and Waqf Tunai Malaysia funds in any investment authorized by Sharia before the distribution is carried out. There are many contracts that can be applied. So the first one is developing and advancing Waqf property. Yayasan Waqf Malaysia has a role to play in raising endowment funds through the introduction of foundation trust fund replenishment project to be used by Muslim as economic resources. The last role is holding promotional and publishing program. The Yayasan Waqf Malaysia promoting and arranging numerous conference, seminars and so on. And various pamphlets are often issued to extend and promote the establishment objective.
My name is Aesha Na'ilah, so we're going to proceed to 6.2 Waqf Corporation. Waqf Corporation, one corp, is a Waqf institution whose role is to administer Waqf property under Johor Corporation, JCOP. The concept of Waqf like is corporate Waqf, which is in the form of shares, which are then utilized for the use of the ummah. You can find what is corporate Waqf here. I stated right there. 6.2.1 Background of Waqf Nur Corporation. Originally, one corp operated specifically under the name of Waqf Nur Berhad Clinic Management, starting 25 October 2000. At that time, it was established only to manage Waqf clinics and dialysis centers under Johor Corporation with the implementation of operations by KPJ Healthcare Berhad. Subsequently, the company was changed to Waqf Nur Berhad Group on 19 July 2005 and Waqf Nur Corporation Berhad on 18 May 2009. The name change has a clear significance to the broader role related to the scope of responsibility given to this company. Moving on to the objectives of one corporation. First, to be an entity recognized by the Johor Islamic Religious Council as the recipient, manager and administrator of Waqf. Second is to fight for and dignify the economy of Muslims in general, especially in accumulating and adding value of one corp assets and investment. Third, act to implement and perfect the benefits of one corp through investment, contribution, infaq and contribution for purpose and benefits. Fourth is to voluntarily carry out as agents of hospitals and treatment centers and provide related services in Malaysia or other places, and to provide administrative, management, financial advisory services and related services based on these organizations based on Islamic principles. Next, roles of Waqf Nur Corporation. First, build a network of Nur mosques. Through one corp, JCorp constructs and handles 6 mosques in its development area around Johor Bahru and Pasir Gudang. Second, forming a network of Nur Waqf clinics. Clinic Waqf Nur Kuan network was set up via one corp by JCorp. Until 2019, there are 22 Kuan through Malaysia, including mobile clinics. Third, providing financial assistance. On 5 May 2007, Waqf Nur Corporation also assisted the community through business by offering microfinancial assistance through Waqf Dana Niaga, which is an interest-free loan to small businesses. And lastly, voluntary donations. One corp formed a group called Waqf Brigade to volunteer in helping victims of natural disasters and so on. As a conclusion, we can conclude that the practice of Waqf is a practice demanded in Islam, which the practice of Waqf can not only help the less fortunate but can also benefit the general public. At the end of the scale, we must remember that good deeds like this are not only beneficial for us in this world, but also included in our part in the hereafter. And thank you for watching. Bye!